2023, the year of the guitar sales. Hey, it's me, Baxter.
And me, Jonathan.
So 2023 is a wrap,
Yes,
and wow, there were a lot of guitar sales
that's right.
from the manufacturers.
Pretty much, yes.
That went crazy. It's never happened before. And
I've never seen it.
Never in the history of guitar making, I think, it's never happened. Well, because you have to say, in the early days, the guitar manufacturers didn't sell direct to consumers.
True.
You know, and also the disastrous decisions of 2022 have sort of come into fruition, and when that we're going to sort of discuss why it happened, how it happened, and how they're getting out of it, and how we're kind of like okay with some of them that happened too, because we understand. Bam! Look at that. So put your little girders on, your garter belts, whatever those things are called. What are those things?
Those things,
Garter belts. I really like those. And let's have a little romp through guitar business 101. So Fender was selling guitars really cheap for a minute.
Yes.
Like cheaper than any guitar shop could even buy these guitars at.
Which is a little insane when you think about it.
It's beyond insane. PRS just had their 20% off all the SEs.
Yep.
I think that's still running.
I think it is.
Taylor Guitars just had buy any guitar, you get a GS Mini for $199 or a Baby Tail for $99, which is like they're giving away guitars at that point.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like they and us are losing money in those things.
Yes.
You know, in a lot of these things, we all lose money. So why would you do this when you're in business?
Because you made some horrible decisions.
We
you
all
reap
did.
what you sow. That's why.
No, I mean, well, it was 20, going back. We have videos talking about this in depth. But going back to 2020 and 2021, no one sort of. I remember when 2020 happened, when COVID hit.
Right.
I was talking to some of our reps that all my favorite, like Fender's like my favorite thing. I have Fender tattoos all over my inner thighs. It's
very
weird
strange
and awkward. It goes with this weird lattice work. It's like Elvira, but a dude. I was talking with my rep, and he was like, "Man, this could be the end. Like, you know, everything's shutting down." And I was like, "You know what? I think it could be the beginning. Let's go hard and deep, or we're going out of business." Because I'm a bit of a risk taker sometimes. I was like, let's become the best custom shop dealer in the Southeast or the East Coast. Let's just
try. Just try. See what happens.
And then we became a showcase dealer all of a sudden.
Yes.
We invested, hundreds of thousands of dollars in immediately into new Fender gear and stuff, and it paid off in, rabbit ears. That's a new phrase.
Is that a thing?
In rabbit ears.
Okay.
Out of the hat, rabbit ears. No rabbits, just lots of ears.
That's fair.
And it worked for a lot of folks. Those who sort of stayed by the sidelines really missed out, and a lot of those shops are gone now.
Yep.
It was one of those cases where you really wanted to get in, you had to get in hard, and you had to go all the way in. It was like chips.
Pretty deep, yeah.
All of them on 6. And it worked really well. And all the manufacturers couldn't build guitars fast enough. And so we're all selling guitars at a great rate. And we all know, all of us that have been in this business for a little bit of time, know that there's going to be a slowdown to that. Right?
I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, normally, always, right? It kind of ebbs and flows, but
Well, this was like a tsunami.
that
of
was
success.
a weird, like everyone in the world suddenly wanted to play guitar.
Because everyone's locked up. They're not going on
Everyone.
vacation. They're not spending money on these things. Let's take up a hobby.
Yep, let's do it.
New buyers are coming in buying high-end
Bicycles and guitars. That's it.
And bullets.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, that was bullets.
what a
went through
hobby.
those too.
it's going to be the currency in the new world. Don't worry.
God, I love
It's
you.
coming.
That just got me slightly aroused. I can't wait to watch The Road with my son.
Yeah.
With Viggo Mortensen. Great movie, but amazing book. It is like poetry of apocalyptic dreams on a book. Wonderful book. If you haven't read The Road, not The Robe, that's another weird one. The Road is wonderful. I know, yeah. What we were saying off camera a second ago.
Yeah.
But Cormac
All right.
McCarthy's like sort of one of his opuses. I think he wrote No Country for Old Men as well.
There you go.
Unbelievable writer. But no, it was just everybody. The manufacturers that live in like they're just like, we're so happy, and then it starts to slow up, and then the sort of brakes get hit as far as the big three, Thomann, Guitar Center, and
GC.
and Sweetwater. They're like, hey, we don't want these guitars anymore that we ordered, and they're like, okay, cool, we'll honor the
No big deal.
But crap, the wheels of progress have already been put in. They couldn't
Right.
cancel it. So hey, I get it. They got all these guitars. They had to sell them. The guitar shops didn't want them because we're all loaded. I can't tell you, we had storerooms filled with Squires
Everywhere,
at
man.
one point. Like
Everywhere.
we were stuffing wherever we could. You're like, oh God, hey Derek, can we send some to your house and put them in like the laundry room?
And that was a weird time too, right? Because it was like the faucet was barely trickling as far as new guitars coming in, and then we hit this moment of equilibrium. We're like, wow, we're kind of caught up, and then bam,
it was a reverse tsunami of just like here's so much guitar inventory, like all the shops. I'd go to like my friends and like their coffers are filled with guitars. Crazy, like, hey, will you take some of these Baxter? I'm like, no, I can't.
Which was so strange because, and then like a month before that, like I remember we went through this period of every day getting calls. Hey, is my guitar? I've been waiting for a year. You know, is my guitar here? Do you have the for like Squires and things, normal things?
It was nutty.
It was an odd time.
And so, and a lot of the shops didn't. Some of them were really angry, like with the salesmen. I get that, like, but I talked to all the guys at the manufacturers, and like I got where they were at too. Like it stinks. They made some bad choices. We all made some bad choices, and they were ready to fix it. But they have to sell it because they were screwed.
Right.
Because they had this stuff. There's a debt riding on it. There's warehouses filled with
I was going to say,
guitars.
They probably don't have room to just keep that stuff.
They had to rent warehouses. And like they were stuck on storage containers. Remember the storage containers all stuck on the port in California? Mm-hmm. They couldn't unload them. They were sending private boats out to get parts to like get the electronics to make certain guitars work. It was crazy.
It was weird. It was crazy.
It was a weird time. So that's where the sales happen. The sales are starting to dry up.
Yeah.
Those days are evaporating, and it's strangely, I was almost zen with it in a weird way.
Do you think? And here's a question. I feel like you're good at these things. Has this opened a can of worms? That's going to kind of start a trend? Are people going to expect that every year towards the end of the year, like these crazy sales around the holidays from manufacturers?
No, because I think the manufacturers have learned.
Okay.
Like I think they like we do. Like again, my Duosonic escapade that I tiptoed into that. I've done some other ones. I was like, let's go hard. Like I went hard into D'Angelico for a minute. Like
we just pointed the Duosonic. We keep it so we can just be like, look at the Duosonic. Sounds like, just temper your, just because you like the guitar Baxter doesn't mean other people are gonna like it. That was my sort of driving principle for a minute. It's like, I love it, everyone will love it. Like we were gonna do a run of 20 master built Duosonics.
Yeah, no one. We stopped that before it happened.
15,000 a piece. That would be the worst. That would be the worst decision ever.
I know. God, it's like when I
fun.
When I crowdfunded like the Jibo like AI robot and I never got my money or
sad.
The robot. It was sad.
That is sad.
I was like, I'll be one of the original investors. That didn't work out for me. Whatever.
It's fine.
No, it was a strange year, and the manufacturers ate a lot of crow, and I felt so bad for the reps calling. So when they called me, I just gave them a whole bunch of sunshine. So like, hey
nice.
Man, I know you've been doing like the apology tour or whatever it was.
Right.
And like, I remember the CEOs like even coming. I was like, hey, I get it, man. You guys all screwed up. I like them for the most part. They've done some great stuff for the brands, and so it's it was a goof up. Everybody goofed up, and that's where all these sales came from. And it ain't gonna happen again. So if you haven't taken advantage of it,
now is the time.
The PRS one is still going on, I think.
Yep.
Like we've gotten a lot of SEs to people. Like we cleared a lot of our SE decks from that, and like.
And we needed to.
And even though we're losing money on the deal, I didn't really mind it. It was sort of like we had a lot of guitars, and it was sort of a fun moment. And that's the thing a lot of folks don't understand. Some of these deals, you're like, oh, you're still making money. Like, no. You actually lose money on every sale.
Money has to come from somewhere. It's not magic.
No, a guy called us the other day on the shop, too. He's like, hey, like, you guys have a lot of guitars that are on your website, don't you? I'm like, we have a ton of guitars on our website. He's like, why do you do that? It's like, well, because it costs us money to ship certain guitars. Like, so we do free shipping. And if we're shipping a $125 guitar or something, it just doesn't make sense for us.
The shipping is literally more than our profit sometimes,
It is. It's 100% more than a profit. It's a loss leader.
Money. Yeah.
And you could talk, well, it's customer acquisition. Like, well, not necessarily. That's what Sweetwater is for. They've got that nailed in, and we love the guys at Sweetwater. We recommend that all the time for that type of thing if you want it. If you want one in particular, give us a call. We might have something special.
That's right.
Stepped away. But that's how it works.
It is.
So the sales have been insane.
Yes.
Radically large.
Yep.
And they're wrapping up now. So if you haven't taken advantage of it, they will be gone. For the most part, I think they're all wrapping up in January. And that's around the corner. You got 3 weeks. Hit it now.
Get on it.
If you're in that world.
A
lot of them are wrapping up. I know that the Taylor stuff is.
Do it.
I think the PRS stuff's wrapping up soon. Sadness approaches us back to normal life. But it's that's what's going on behind the scenes right there. So hopefully we'll have a crazy. I think 2024 is going to be nuts, in a great way. It's shaping up already that way. I know. I'm looking forward to it because we have a ton of fun stuff planned for the YouTube channel. Just prepare yourself. A lot of cool new ideas, cool new video concepts. You might hate some of them. We're going on the road a lot too, so.
On the road again.
If there's anywhere you'd like to see us, let us know too. Shoot us an email or something.
As long as it's a fun place.
Yeah, exactly. It has to be something guitar related too. That's
whatever.
That's kind of part of it. Or
whatever.
Shooting. And John likes to shoot stuff.
I still think the aliens are going to probably take over in 2024.
2024 is going to be awesome.
We're going to have the lizard people they're just going to do it out in the open now.
They're already here.
It's going to be great. Well, they've been here. I mean,
they're already doing it in the back alley.
They've been here.
And you should have seen the people cavorting back there this weekend. It was scary. And we're doing major renovations. The roof's getting ripped off.
We're renovating that. We got that new alley, like a few alleys down. I feel like that's going to take some of our business, our alley traffic.
Our alley, yeah. That's gonna be fun. I know. That'll be a good alley.
We
got roofs getting thrown off. So if you're walking by Casino Guitars right now, there's flying roof pieces flying off. Be careful. You could die.
Just large chunks of wood with nails. That's fine.
It's like definitely death stuff.
But also cushions.
And we have a new showroom getting renovated too. We have a new secret showroom, so stay tuned.
A secret showroom.
It's coming soon to Casino Guitars. That's all. That's all I have to say. I'm gonna go home now.
It.
Click like, subscribe.
Hit the bell before the lizard people take over.
God, I hate you. You're so right though. Missed you, Jonathan.
It's gonna happen.
See you soon, you young buck.